And if these games really start to mean something, try to make it to the NBA playoffs. And Mike Conley at the controls is going to have more on that story as we continue for team. And they certainly have
George, who we saw right there.
And McDaniels goes strong to the George. Another mid-range is good.
Russell Westbrook has been there the last.
So these teams coming off losses on Sunday. Zubac knocks Gobert to the
on the initial shot there.
This laces it up. Misses the injury.
These 2 games they now run because of
Leonard's going to line up a three. And he'll knock.
George was having to take on Anthony Edwards pick and rolls.
George, a foul of the first half. Hard to get those two on the. Paul George averaging 20 probes.
Oh, it's blown away where this situation, that's just a sign that he's getting close.
Take some pressure off this guy. Anthony Towns gets back in the lineup.
Anthony really hasn't. We talked to Chris Finch before why they made all the trades to Russell Westbrook. Able to get a retain possession. Marcus Morris able to cover that run. We ripped off 8 in a row.
Themselves and be playing with a home.
Westbrook guards him and Edwards. Kawhi Leonard for the answer. In the corner. On him. Nice feed. Too hot for Ed. George running the floor.
You can defend the shooter and beat him down.
For Mike Conley. Averaging a double-double. Reed coming off the bench. Laughlin finds McDaniel. And that's McDaniels with that for 3. Here's Edwards in the 5. Kawhi Leonard.
Going zone coming out of the
substitutions here.
And he would have my vote and then switch it to the man
between the Wolves and the Clippers.
Deep and very versatile. The Edwards. Anthony Edwards is actually
the starter running with full fair play. That's a trap. But at some point, this mass playoff, you start looking 7 and 8.
Brooks going to be a starter, and then you want to go big up.
Edwards flying high. Here's Mann getting into the paint. Mann. Players in their 30s. As Mann springs. Reed, a little unorthodox shot, but on Reed. Reed pulled the chair. Starter, technically the point guard. They got their biggest lead is McLaughlin. Separating shot clock and game clock. And a 3 points. That is a foul on Nas.
Fouling him on that. Left-handed.
McLaughlin lets it fly.
If you're going to be 7 or 8 to get down in, which is great for the fans.
Engage. I needed to get to you. Take it on Nas Reed. In San Francisco against the Warriors, teams that they are battling with is Kyle.
Instantly now get beaten off the dribble.
For the rebound, and Reed! Powell, McLaughlin. Powell lets it fly. That one's catch.
6% from 3.
3-pointers had 9 boards.
3-pointer to pull people off the dribble.
Gordon off Plumlee with the footwork. Can't get it up the last few days in the NBA ball at USC. And the little flow drives it, gives it to Plum.
Leading the charge, telling his guys that half court, he likes what they're doing in it.
Believe it or not, against Sacramento.
Double overtime game. Paul on the floor. McDaniels got man on him, got the mismatch. Paul George for 3 rebounds, and he's going right at George.
They don't stop people in the paint.
Job. That was kind of a layup. As George with the second.
Break that momentum was probably against Rudy Gobert.
Gives it to Kawhi Leonard.
But it's not.
Nice to get him to Minnesota.
Picks and a pick swap.
And Gobert gets right at No, gets his own. Puts it Gordon. Gobert with the matching up on the floor as George misses. George Zubac left wide open. Gobert, the 2-man game. Gobert open for 3. Money.
Shots all the time.
Prince on him, rises up, misses. +6 in that category. It is the 3rd meeting between these. Watch all the action on the NBA app. Finds a shooter. Morris lost. Westbrook shoots over Edwards. No good. Minnesota with 3.5 to go. Edwards 30, 31.
Well, go with new starting point guards in the paint to Sacramento.
That goes with the rebound. And they give it right back. Conley, Alexander Walker, bullet pass to go.
Contain the ball at all.
Walker draws the double. Conley.
We've seen the Clippers at their best, Brian. Their defense collapsed.
And there's Kawhi Leonard. Again, he comes up. Conley fakes the pass to Gobert. Westbrook for 3. Off.
Brian, he's going to go glass in the paint.
And all of this coming in the second. George for 3. And Warner finds Alexander Walker
for the last shot.
Can take it all the way. Finds George and saddled with foul trouble.
Rim. This Clipper team the opposite.
Zubats. And McDaniel.
Timberwolves averaging career great year.
Did a good job. The second quarter really put the clamps down. Leonard fouled by Edwards. Plus 10. Paul George. And that's last touch for the Timberwolves in the second quarter. Is it? Gobert fouled.
Can't throw the ball to guys.
7-1 Rudy Gobert.
Morris first. But a vet
Mary tips it to himself. And did he get it?
as an offensive guy,
A little fadeaway, tough shot, no good.
he's seeing defenses that are loaded.
Performing better.
Brian.
Well, and that's an area going to offer a release valve.
But what he's done, he said over the last few, and he's trying to find ways to get his.
A good report there as his game just in his third. Conley finds some space behind Gobert. Anderson and the scar. Dorian Prince. That's a travel.
14 turnovers a game, so it hasn't forces a lot of turnovers.
Just one free throw attempt. This is what drives Zubats, follows.
George here within the last 2 minutes.
On Gobert, little fadeaway.
Basis if they're going to be true.
Foot of Conley, Zubats. Gobert, little push. No. Prince now, three-pointer. Games. They fall to 27.
And it's concerning. You know, they losses. This is a team.
Off. The need for
Great coaching move and an underrated one.
there now, and Naz Reid goes right to the basket. T-Wolves down 7 after these. And currently let a double-digit lead get
Turned into 21 points.
odd step there. First half points, good chunk of feet for the stretch run.
He shots.
Oh, and he stripped. Leonard taking on Reid.
Kawhi Leonard away from those.
Nice feed and the finish.
Straight turnover.
Oh, look out.
And near glass.
That one sidestep on Plumlee. And Batum throws it away. In a dogfight here with a number of.
This is a team that is talking required of a contending with still a minute to go in the
Powell gets some space, misses of the first half. The second quarter, and Reid goes to work. Anthony Edwards wants it. Kawhi arrives, spins, and lays it in. Powell gets up the last shot.
The team with 19 place you want to be.
Paul George, helpers, been good on the defensive end. And probably the reverse is good. Pass Powell, got it. Right out of a potential
Efficient three-point shooter.
odds his way in. Anderson three. That one's good. Early on him, shakes him behind the back.
And his always solid defense.
The floor and a bad pass. Powell gets some space. Not Plumlee on him in the three-pointer. No good for three. Positioning, and that one is down.
Off the dribble. 12-point
Corner, and he stripped from behind.
Williamson. They put up 37.
Got to get one up. Tough shot, late clock. Going to be in that 38-30.
Manage him as much as you
It's Powell. Interesting that Alexander Walker gives it up. Gobert. Clippers have not been a great. Leonard pulls it back. Not
to look like.
It's got the big man on him now. Conley puts in regulation here. Powell continues. Leonard. No. Zubats.
Floor the rest of the
Bring his team to play harder as Conley on Leonard. Man can't hit it. And again. Oh, the reverse. See if
He'll end up with his starters to Edwards and forcing him to
playing in a lot of traffic. Westbrook lays it in.
angle and gave Russell Westbrook.
Here's Powell. Oh, down early.
Finally
Edwards now, mid-range jumper short. Edwards loses the handle.
watching their father who they just.
And here is McDaniels. Oh, what a
Well, it started with a blitz on the wide open three.
Westbrook gives it up. Gobert. George drives. George. Half-minute mark. No, Gobert. Here's George for three. Look.
In today's NBA.
A little fadeaway, short. Let George get free. Tough shot, Westbrook. Anderson knocks it down. Minnesota trying to put together a six. It's Leonard. Under a minute to go. Westbrook for three. Oh! Double for Westbrook. Organized and calm. To Anderson to Gobert.
Set up the bucket.
Clippers got to go fast. Rebounds. 3 assists at a time. Powell for three. No 500. in that first half as well. Kyle Anderson saddled with foul trouble in the second half.
And again, right at the rim. This Clipper team won games, it's been absolutely the opposite.
Zubac with 10 points. And McDaniel
is a leading scorer for the Timberwolves, averaging career 3 percentage, having a great year.
did a good job there. 32-23 in the second quarter, really put the clamps down. And Leonard fouled by Edwards with their points in the paint. They're currently plus 10. Paul George floater comes up short. And that's last touch was the difference maker for the Timberwolves in the second quarter. Is there
win over Dallas.
Gobert fouled him
above his waist. You can't throw the ball to guys.
To player of the year in the NBA, the 7-1 Rudy Gobert.
Anderson, who grabbed Morris first, but a vet.
Now Anderson leaves it for Gobert. He tips it to himself, and did he get?
Well, he's done a great job. He was known as an offensive guy.
There's another steal, and now a little fadeaway, tough shot, no good.
Towns, and now Russell gone. He's seeing defenses that are low.
Needs to improve on. He says, I got to start performing better.
He's facing two defenders all the time, Brian.
Well, and that's an area that is certainly going to offer a release valve.
Experienced that in high school or college. But what he's done, he said over the last few, those doubles in that box-and-one defense, and he's trying to find ways to get his for a young player like himself.
Yeah, no question. Good report there. As still adding layers to his game, just in his third. 3 to shoot. Got to get one up. Conley finds some space behind Gobert. T-Wolves up 5. Here's Anderson and the scar. Dorian Prince. Nothing there. Prince, good job. That's a travel. So trailing by 5.
They only average 14 turnovers a game, so it has a Minnesota defense that forces a lot of turnovers.
Sunday was just one free throw attempt. This is penetrate and kick game as Westbrook drives, Zubac follows.
Great rotation by Paul George here within the last 2 minutes.
This third quarter, here's George going to work on Gobert. Little fadeaway.
They need to do it on a consistent basis if they're going to be true.
Leonard off the foot of Conley. Zubac. Conley will get it organized. Gobert, a little push. No. McDaniels. Prince now, three-pointer. Lately, their last 30 games, they've fallen to 27.
Lost their defensive commitment, and it's concerning. You know, they keep scoring overtime losses. This is a team.
Leave him out there. Edwards ultimately waved off the need for
right there, that is a great coaching move and an underrated one.
Which was great in the first half. And they've got him out there now, and Naz Reid goes right to the basket. 76 on the board. T-Wolves down 7 after they favored heavily. Now FanDuel has them currently at home prior to this road trip. Let a double-digit lead get.
That Minnesota right now is turned into 21 points. It's man.
Kawhi Leonard drives, little odd step there
by Kawhi Leonard.
12 first-half points. Good chunk of it, making sure he is healthy for the stretch run.
Good job. He's not getting a lot of easy shots.
Oh, and he stripped Leonard. Crossover. Leonard taking on Reed.
Now they've tried to keep Kawhi Leonard away from those.
Jordan McDaniels, nice feed and the finish, and it's stolen by Prince. Batum was right there.
That's 4 straight turnovers.
Oh, look out.
And nearly. I didn't even know I had a glass.
That one running the point here. Here's Prince with a sidestep on Plumlee. Can't foul shot. He was looking for a foul. And Batum throws it away.
Technical.
In the season, and you're in a dogfight here with a number of.
More than that. For the Clippers, this is a team that is talking out the consistent defensive effort required of a contending. It's now 42 points in the paint with still a minute to go in the
Picks up Powell. Frustrating night for him. Powell gets some space. Misses. Clippers led most of the first half. Wolves wrestle the lead back late in the second quarter, and Reed goes to work. Anthony Edwards wants it. Kawhi. Alexander Walker drives, spins, and lays it in. Powell gets up the last shot.
The head coach talking about a team with 19 physicality, you're not in the place you want to be.
Paul George, 17. Conley with 6 helpers, been good on the defensive end. And Anderson goes right by Conley. The reverse is good. Get out of it, huh?
No, he did not.
And to Batum, extra pass. Powell got it. 10-point game. Referee, but he ran right out of a potential
high volume and highly efficient three-point shooter.
Anderson plods his way in. Anderson. And now Batum for 3. That one's good. McLaughlin got Plumlee on him, shakes him behind the back.
Tonight to complement his always solid defense.
Nice game, both sides. Reed running the floor. And a bad pass for 24 points, still a career high. Powell gets some space, not McLaughlin again with Plumlee on him in the three-pointer, no good. George for 3. Trying to fight for playoff positioning, and that one is down.
Difficult for centers to guard off the dribble. 12 points.
They have to go. Powell trying to turn the corner, and he's stripped from behind.
Coach in New Orleans without Zion Williamson, they put up 37 defensive end right now.
George got to get one up. Tough shot, late clock. Kawhi Leonard's already played 30 minutes. Going to be in that 38-30.
Well, that's why you load manage him as much as you.
Kawhi gives it up. Powell drives. Powell. And here. Interesting that Alexander Walker gives it up. Gobert. T-Wolves have struggled on the road. Clippers have not been a great team on the road. Leonard pulls it back.
But now he's starting to look like.
Conley gets the switch. Got the big man on him now. Jumps out to McDaniels. Conley. 6.5 to go in regulation here. Powell continues. As Leonard goes, Leonard, no, Zubac.
These are the guys we're going to see on the floor the rest of the game.
In that third quarter, imploring his team to play harder as Conley. Great play by Edwards on Leonard. Man can't hit it. And taking on Zubac again. Oh, the reverse.
Good in those situations.
See it.
Westbrook and Morris at the table. He'll end up with his starters. Good defense there, loading up to Edwards and forcing him to.
Ball tonight. He's been playing in a lot of traffic. All camping in the corner. Westbrook drives. Westbrook lays it in.
Wanted to go under. He changed his angle and gave Russell Westbrook.
Edwards lets it fly. Glass is half full, coach.
Always.
Here's Powell. Minnesota down.
Held it up the last couple of minutes. Ty Lue finally get.
Here's George now. Mid-range jumper short. Edward flying. A spin. Westbrook loses the handle.
Should be. And they should be watching their father, who they just
mark. And here is McDaniels. Oh, he stretches that Timberwolves lead.
Well, it started with a blitz and got McDaniels the wide open 3.
Westbrook
25.
Anderson gives it up. Gobert.
NBA.
George drives. George. Hey, that was at the 8.5-minute mark. Anderson, slow-mo, going to work. No, Gobert. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Here's George for 3. Look.
Lead doesn't mean much in today's NBA.
Anthony Edwards with Leonard on him. Little fadeaway, short. McDaniels wouldn't let George get free. Tough shot, Westbrook. Kyle Anderson. Anderson knocks it down.
In addition to the 25 turnovers.
Minnesota trying to put together a set to get by him. Can't dribble himself free. Now it's Leonard. Under a minute to go. Got a block from behind. Westbrook for 3. Oh! Double-double for Westbrook. Really pays off. Organized and calm. Edwards to Anderson to Gobert.
Across the baseline. That's what set up the bucket.
Clippers got to go fast. At Crypto.com Arena. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists there. Westbrook, boy, using a lot of time. Powell for 3. No. T-Wolves get back to 500.